Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Invitational Season 3, powered by HyperX, and we have Booyah as our broadcast partner. It's a new day, and it's gonna be the first half. We are going to watch S8UL go up against Global Esports. My name is Apollonia. I'll be your host and caster. Joining me on the panel, you know him as the Rap God. It is Aggressive. How are you feeling about the matchup today? I think it's gonna be explosive.
That is for sure. SAUL versus GE. This is going to be a match for the books, a throwback to what happened previously when it was Paratroops versus GE. So let's see who's going to be able to come out on top. Let's go into the map preview screen as we talk a little bit more about the matchup and see what we can expect coming out from these teams on map number 1, which is going to be split. And here, Apo, I do believe I'm going to be giving the edge towards the side of GE because they're an absolute beast when it comes to this particular.
All right, so we've got Split, Icebox, and Ascent. A combination that we haven't quite seen for a while, usually we have Ascent or Haven coming in as the first two maps, and then we might have Icebox or Split as the third. But for the first one to be Split, it is going to be crazy. Now, Global Esports, they are relatively decent at this map. You can't say that they're doing bad. I do remember that Kappa had a really good time on Split together with Lightning Fast. So, you got to watch out for both of them. Kappa with that signature breach pickup, he's going to be setting up all those flashes, the fault lines for his teammates. And we do see skills. He bounces in between the Omen and a Duelist. He's switching it up with Hellranger from time to time. So I really like this pickup from the side of Global Esports. Now let's have a look at S8UL. A very similar composition. If not, it is actually exactly the same.
That's for sure. Now, on the map of Split in particular, this composition is just so deadly and so potent. When you have that breach, when you have that killjoy, it just basically means that, hey, that B side is absolutely indestructible, and a lot of the pressure has to go towards that A side instead. And if you do want to brute force yourself down onto the side of B, you need to win every single one of your gunfights, and you cannot always rely on that. That's why a lot of teams are opting to pick up this composition. Having that breach allows you to play from the side of Heaven, control the side of mid, and also control B and help out your killjoy through the flashes that you can place through that pillar so that the killjoy can go in for free peeks and just tap those heads. And we know how deadly lightning fast and it can be when you allow them to go for those easy peaks. And now Notfox, I'm going to be giving a little bit more pressure and emphasis on him because he had a really good showing versus the side of Dell Esports when he was playing his breach, and now he needs to be showing the same level of skill and caliber going up against the side of GE. Now, will he be able to do so? It's all up in the air because now it seems as though fast push is going to be coming on down towards that A side, and the mid control has already been established.
All right. Global Esports on the defense. SK Rossi just taking cover there on a site. But you do see S8UL. They're going to keep themselves spread out. All members still left alive. We've got 1 minute on the timer. And Notfox with the spike. He's going to bring it right across. We do see Binks hiding here in vents, waiting to find an unlucky victim. Get that pick off. Find the opening for his team to push. Now the alarm bot has been triggered, set down by Lightning Fast, and he's waiting patiently for attackers. He's about to witness. He picks up a kill, and Edit 99, he's gonna get the return, and now the attack is gonna be on the B side. Hellranger waiting patiently. Easy is gonna take out skills. Hellranger stop clan down to a 3v3. Hellranger's gonna be taken out. We get a triple kill for Easy, and Kappa's the last man standing. In comes Binks. Perfect time. The spike will be planted, and the first point goes over to the side of S8UL.
Oh, such a beautiful and crispy shot coming out from the side of Izzy. Not only was he looking up at the side of Heaven, he immediately flicked down and hit Hellranger in that head. He's probably feeling the pressure coming down from that one particular headshot, and that has gotta hurt, ladies and gentlemen, because now with the pistol on already lost towards the side of GE, he's gonna be the side of S8UL being able to carry forward their own momentum and probably take away a couple of their own rounds. But at the same time, look at Rossi. He has a bucky in his hand. He is raring to use it.
Oh my goodness there. 1-for-1 trade coming out, but it's going to be an A-side attack this time. SAUL switching it up, trying to bring this lead over to the second round. Now Kappa removing himself from the dark cover. He's not going to be safe. Easy, meanwhile, will be securing the plant. And down it goes. A turret pushed right up there just to give that Spike a little bit of cover. A great bit of anticipation there by Edit99 on that Killjoy. Now Skills with the paint grenade. He's going to toss it in. Cornering and taking out Binks. Easy. Will find lightning fast. Hellraiser with a return kill. Knockfox gonna chime in as well. Edit 99. He's gonna wrap everything up. Make that a 3K for Edit 99. Even though it was a somewhat equal round, you know, it was a little bit of a buy for Global Esports there. They didn't lose everything exactly. They did manage to get 4 pickoffs, so that in effect does help them out a lot. But nonetheless, 2 rounds in the lead. SAUL, they didn't come to play any games.
Honestly speaking, that round in particular was just so clean from the side of GE. A little bit scrappy when it came down to the positioning from the side of SAUL. They were caught off guard and they were trying to stack multiple different corners. Going up against Raze, you cannot do that and you need to be careful about it. And it was the side of GE being able to capitalize on it. But look at the positioning coming out from all the members of the side of GE. It's not going to be Rossi only pushing down from the side of Feds. It's going to be flashes galore coming out from the back end. It's going to be Skills with the first jump pick up down on the side of Strix. The flashes are going to be coming in as well. Rossi coming down from the side of Feds gets one. Lightning fast with another. And with the B-main push coming down on the back end, there's not much that the side of SAUL can do. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place with only 2 members left and now down to a 2 versus 5. It could be all but over for their side.
Immediately acquiring all that firepower, Global Esports putting their foot down, defending the B side with their lives. It would be wise for SAUL to try and go for the rotate, you know, at least get that plant down. A bit of extra cash in the bank never hurts anybody, but Easy is going to spot out Skills. Goes for a little bit of a spray, not going to exactly connect into a kill. The fault line comes out, lightning fast, shows himself, takes out Easy, and the last man standing will be Edit 99. As he moves into B-Link. At this point, you know, he can go for the save.
30 seconds
not
left.
able to retrieve a much better gun as compared to this Spectre here. But hey, you know, 1 versus 5, it is a tough feat. Not a single member of Global Esports going down. The turret just firing at him, taking away a little bit of armor and HP. But that is going to be a wrap as Skills gets a beautiful kill there onto Edit 99. Flawless round for Global Esports.
That was very nicely done coming out from the side of GE. The positioning as well. I was highlighting this before the round started, that whenever it comes down to the Breach and Killjoy combination, when you play that Breach on the side of Heaven and that Killjoy on the side of B, it is an absolutely indestructible hold if anyone wants to push down onto that B side. You cannot take proper Heaven control because you do have to remember, with that Breach, you can just flash down to the side of mid, the player inside of Vents can play in aggressively, and normally you will have 2 people holding down from the side of B because optimally, whenever you're playing that Breach, you want to play that A side on a retake. But now, it seems as the paratroops, SAUL are going to be making that push down of their own, down onto the back end, but instead it's going to be Hellraiser getting a couple of his own kills, gets a double on the sidelines. This is going to be a massive hit for their end. 2 members already going on down. SAUL, they're on the back foot, and this is heavily going to be hurting them. But now, 5 versus 3 situation on the map, and the retake has already started, and it seems as it could be all but over for the side of SAUL.
Edit 99 picking up 2 kills with that goal. Beautifully done. It's down to a 2v2, but Hellraiser finds his 3rd kill. Now as Lightning Fast is defusing the spike. Easy. He is out of time. 14 seconds. Lightning Fast is going to get that defuse and take out the last attacker. I would say that that was a very good eco round there for the side of SAUL. Not only did they take out 4 defenders, they also got the spike plant down. But hey, Lightning Fast, he's always there to save the day for Global Esports, bringing them to 2 points on the scoreboard. And this is the thing about Lightning Fast, right? The last time we saw him, and even now, when it comes to defending, he is that go-to. He plays that Cypher, that Killjoy so proficiently for the team. He never fails to impress.
Lightning Fast is such a deadly force whenever he's on that Killjoy. He will never let over a site. Even if there are 5 people rushing him down, he knows exactly what to do. He'll keep calm, he'll keep collected, and he'll understand that, hey, I can clutch out this round if I hit my shots and if I'm able to outsmart my opponents. And that's exactly what he did there, using the contact being made by Hellranger, knowing that hey, as he's holding down from the side of heaven, I don't even need to peek him. I can just hold down that spike, go in for that full diffuse, give myself that advantage. But at the same time, that was a really successful eco round as well, coming down from the side of SAQL. They were able to get so much value of their own. But look at the positioning from all the members of the side of SAQL. They're opting to go in for a fake. And this fake is going to be massive with 4 members already from the side of GE holding down on that B side. The A side is completely empty. It's only going to be Hellraiser holding on down from the side of Screens.
Yeah.
Now, it's going to be very key to watch out for the breach players, Kappa for the side of GE and not Fox for the side of SAUL. They are responsible for setting up so much for their team with all that utility, the flashes coming in. But this is going to be Hellraiser now, stepping foot on A side, out of screens. You do see Binks tossing in the satchel, not going to hit him. Skills and Edit, they find a kill, make that a double for Edit 99, and Easy's going to secure the plant. Global Esports, a man down. They've got to go for this retake, and out comes the lockdown from Lightning Fast. Not Fox is going to find SK Rossi, and that's going to be 1 kill for Lightning Fast. A beautiful ultimate from Not Fox, and that assists Easy in picking up that kill. Now the last man standing is going to be Kappa, and Not Fox taking out his clone. SAUL showing Global Esports what they are made of. They may have lost 2 rounds, but hey, they're not one to be underestimated with.
SAUL, that was absolutely incredible. That situational awareness as well coming out from the side of Notfox. Not only was he able to get the first initial kill, understanding that, hey, Lightning Fast, he just popped his ultimate. He's going to be wanting to make that push. Yes, Lightning Fast was able to get 1 kill, but as soon as that Rolling Thunder came on through, he was up in the air. He could not chase down the detainees, and it was Ezzy being able to take that peek down onto him and shut him down in a matter of seconds before he can even try and get those kills. Absolutely insane communication coming down from every single one of the members of the side of SAUL, taking us down to a 2-3. And now it is going to be the side of SAUL being able to take the lead once again, 2-3 on the scoreboard. And this is going to be the last buy round as well, coming out from the side of GE, ladies and gentlemen. You do have to remember that now there is no money, and Rossi, he's on a naked operator. Hellraiser, he does spot out the first initial player. He's gonna get thrown with a couple of nades, and the flashes are gonna be coming out through as well. Hellraiser, he needs to be careful, otherwise he could just be biting a bit more than he can chew. With side control already established and the spike going on down real soon, it is gonna be the side of GE's time to go in for the retake once again.
That was a very beautiful attack that coming out from the side of SAUL. Now Not Fox going for the challenge them against skills. He is going to back away. Hellraiser in screens. As Rossi's going to pick up Binks, who was trying to be a little sneaky there in the corner. Not going to work out, but Easy finds a beautiful double. Edit and Strix, they're chiming in. Skills with the showstopper are going to pick up Strix before he goes down. Now Kappa is the last man standing, a 1 versus 3 situation. Not Fox letting out the fault line, almost tags Kappa, but he's going to be cornered and pushed into a very tight spot. Kappa does pick up the kill to Not Fox, retrieves the Phantom, and he is going to be looking for that save. So not all is lost, but SAUL, let me just put a little bit of attention on how flawlessly they managed to set foot on their A side. We saw the Cloudburst come out, we saw the Dark cover. They used their utility so well to block out the vision, and Global Esports could not see exactly what they were doing. So once they set foot, they got the spike planted and they moved into their post-plant positions. Very quick pickoffs, and Easy finding that double kill was just massive. He is on a roll today alongside Edit 99.
I want to put a little bit more emphasis on those post-plant positioning as well. As you just stated, post-plant positions were just so clean coming out from the side of SAUL, but at the same time, look at how they spread themselves out. Not only were there 2 players only onto the side of the side, there was 1 player holding down from the cubby angle on the right-hand side fully so that he can go in for any sort of an aggressive push and stop it out coming on down from the side of A Rams. And it was also Not Fox being an absolute nuisance onto the side of A main. That basically means that, hey, Not Fox is holding down the flank. If they push in aggressively onto the side of Not Fox, they're wasting a lot of time that they could use to go down into the side. This basically means that, hey, Not Fox wasting time. There's another person holding the side of Rams. There are 2 people holding down from the side of site, and we cannot get into the site properly because Kappa's not going to have the perfect position to go in for his flashes and allow his team to make that push. There are too many angles to consider, and they were not able to clear that out in time. And with the time ticking on down, even a team of GE's caliber, they're going to be feeling the pressure. and it was insurmountable. And it was the side of SAUL being able to use that moment of confusion and use the time perfectly to get that round for themselves. And now it's going to be the side of GE being forced onto another eco. So let's see how this one plays out.
And I had this question: how is SAUL? How are they gonna pull off all this strategy against a team like Global Esports, who is usually, they're so well structured. They follow what they have to do. They're very disciplined. But SAUL, they're keeping up. In fact, they're doing even better than expected. Now, SK Rossi does get a bit of damage to Strix, and Kappa finishes off the kill, down to 30 HP. SK Rossi's got to back away. Kappa finds his second kill. He is mad, but Binks with a beautiful spray through the boxes. He's going to find SK Rossi and Skills with the revenge kill. Kappa makes his third. And now Edit 99 is the last man standing. What a round for Global Esports. Not every person had a bye. That was just spectacular. It is a great time for them to try and come back. Now with 4 members alive, Edit 99 is the last man alive. He does have the spike, 11 HP, 2 nano swarms and alarm bots.
30 seconds left.
You would have to call for a miracle on this one.
Edit is one of those players that can pull it off, but in the long run, I do question the decision coming out from the side of SAUL to make that push down onto the side of B, because, like, I already talked about this, the B side is just so dangerous because the breach is there, the killjoy is there. You cannot opt to go in for a push, even on an eco. And you do have to remember that this was just a Kappa show. Kappa just went in hard, one by one, just systematically dismantling everyone with his own utility, and then using the utility coming out from the side of Lightning Fast as well. Because of those nanostorms, it just funnels Strix down into an absolute corner. Strix cannot make that push on back because the nanostorm is walking down from the side of B main, and no one could push in with him. Basically mean that Strix, he was in no man's land, and Kappa just needed to shoot his head once, and with the help of Rossi, he was able to shut him down, and the backup came in too late, and it was just an absolute utter chaos happening from the side of SAUL. They didn't know where to turn, and it was the side of G being able to remain calm and collected to get that round for themselves. But now it seems as though SAUL, they are mad, and they're using every ultimate, gunning down onto this B side. A side.
Indeed, Binks, they're picking up a kill with the showstopper. SK Rossi is so quick with his fingers there. Not Fox gonna fall, and Kappa with the return kill as Easy takes out SK Rossi. It's gonna be down to a 2v2, Edit 99 making it a 1v2. Lightning Fast is the last man standing. These gun duels are so close. SAUL, who knew they had all this firepower, and as Easy is securing the plant. They are looking to get 5 points on the board, but Lightning Fast, he is gonna try his chance with an alarm bot to work with. He's being watched from all corners, and Easy picks up that last kill. You cannot disregard this man. 11 kills on the board for Easy and 10 for Edit 99. They're on a rampage. And you know what is really interesting? The fact that Easy's on a controller and Edit 99 is on a Sentinel. So both of them just relying on that aim potential, like just the aim. And all of that gun duels, they're just making it work. And SAUL, they're thriving at this point.
The amount of potency coming out from the Sentinel and the controller, this is what you would normally expect, and this is what I always highlight. When it comes out to mechanical skill, if your Sentinel player is having the best day of his life, you are going to win out on every single match. Doesn't matter if your duelist cannot get those frags. If your Sentinel is alive, if the backbone of the team is this strong, you're gonna have no issues. And this is why we're already gonna be seeing such a good dominant performance coming out from the side of SAUL. But at the same time, you are allowing the side of GE to understand your strategies. You're allowing them to adapt to you on the fly as much as they possibly can. But at the same time, look at the buys coming down from the side of GE. It is very broken. It is very broken for one of the members' skills. He's only has a Spectre in his hand, and Rossi, he's going to be opting to pick up that operator with that half shield. Maybe this will work out, but maybe in the long run it may not. I would have expected Rossi to try and go in for a couple of more aggressive plays with his reach, because the defensive holds against the side of SAUL, it's just not working. Maybe try and take the fight towards them, and maybe you're going to be able to clutch out on a lot more rounds, because you're probably going to be able to take the side of SAUL by surprise.
Now SK Rossi, he's been given A-side duty. He's there alone with the operator just holding it down. Meanwhile, the remaining members of Global Esports, they're gonna be hanging around the mid area. Hellranger, he does feel that something is suspicious. Binks gonna push the dark cover. Takes away all the armor that Hellranger has, and Binks going for a quick reload. Kappa, meanwhile, he's gonna pick up the kill onto Strix. And not Fox, ready to set up that flash for Binks. Any second now, lightning fast, getting some audio cues. He is suspecting something's about to happen. Kappa in perfect time! Beautiful flash and a great headshot onto Binks. And Kappa's gonna be taken out by Edit99, who snuck in from the garage area. Lightning fast with the return kill, but it's down to the 4v2. Global Esports holding it down. Not Fox and Easy trying to pick up the pieces. Easy does have the spike on him. Skills. Right up by B stairs. And this is the thing about GE. They know that they have the advantage, but they still are going to work around discipline. They're going to wait very patiently. And once they get that information, they would act accordingly. Now, Easy and not Fox, they're going to go through vents. 20 seconds left on the clock. Easy does have a dark cover. He's going to utilize that. But SK Rossi is on site. And they've got to be careful. SK Rossi is looking for them, but Hellranger's going to take out Easy and not Fox. Hellranger, the IGL, stepping in. Perfect time. Global Esports trying to climb their way up on that scoreline. It's 4-5 right now.
This is what I would expect to come out from the side of GE, primarily because, hey, what happened wrong in those previous rounds, especially when it came down to the defensive holds from their side. Yes, they were holding down the angles, but their A side is a little bit more weaker in comparison, because you do have to remember that Lightning Fast is opting to play down near the side of B with Kappa. And understanding this, now they made the rotation of Lightning Fast to come on down towards this A side, so he can have much more of a defensive hold here, allowing the side of Kappa to come in fast enough to go in for a couple of his own plays. But now, things have slowed down quite heavily. No one is making the push just yet, and it is going to be the side of SAUL taking it slow and steady, but I think Fast is already in position. He knows exactly where every single member of the side of SAUL are, with all of the audio cues going on through, and the turret spotting out the first initial member. It's going to be Hellranger with the first initial pickup down on the Edit 99. And now, with the damage already being done, Binks, he could be the one to bite a bullet coming out from the side of Lightning Fast. What a beautiful paranoia from the side of Ezzy. Maybe he's actually going to be able to get a kill. A lot of footsteps are being made, but that alarm bot's just gonna be so deadly. Lightning Fast with a double Strix. Now it's Lonesome trying to face off against Kappa. He's not going to be checking his corner. He's gonna be paying the price for it. And Binks with just an operator and a dream. I don't think this is gonna be working out for him, Apple.
Binks here with the operator, last man standing. He's got a spike to retrieve. What a difficult situation to be in. Now this dark cover, when it does disappear, he could get a clear shot onto some potential defenders right there chilling by screens. But Binks, he's going to take the safe route. 5,000 credits on an investment. That is just huge. So Binks here. And, you know, this is the thing. You know, I really like the fact that Binks has the operator. I do hope that he keeps using it. It's going to be really cool if he's able to make that work. But, hey, you know, it rightfully should be in the hands of Strix. Now, the fault line does come out. It's not going to tag Binks. He will bring this operator over into the next round. So, 5-5, even Stevens on the scoreline. Who would have thought that this fight would be so close? Now, here is the question. This is a best of. This is still the upper bracket. The losing team will move down to the lower bracket. And it's not going to be the last time you see them. Now, when you look at split aggressive, would you say that it is defense favored or attack favored, or, you know, kind of in between? It just entirely depends on your composition.
I do believe that split as of right now is a very... It's not a very attack-favored map. It is semi-attack favored, but still favoring the side of defense a little bit more. But that really depends on the team. If your team is able to coordinate very well with that breach, this is a heavily attack-sided map, especially after the recent changes that came over to the side of split. There are not many corners to control, and the breach flashes will affect multiple different people very easily in comparison to what it did previously. And now a lot of the potency is going to be coming on down to that mid control. If you have proper mid control onto the side of split as of right now, you basically can go to both sides. It's very dangerous, and that is why the breach is so important. If your breach is able to coordinate with you down properly, then taking A heaven control or B heaven control is just way easier. But the side of SAUL, they're taking too much time. They're second guessing themselves, and this could be a massive dent to their side. Because the side of GE, they're playing it slow, they're playing it systematically, and they're giving no information.
30 seconds left.
Now we do see the lockdown has been deployed from the side of SAUL. That is going to be edit 99. Will that come in useful? A paint grenade coming in, but SK Rossi with the operator. He's right in the back of B site, and he does pick up a kill. Less than 10 seconds to get that spike planted. Kappa and Easy pick up a kill for themselves. Easy. And not Fox. He's gonna take SK Rossi out. 5 seconds left on the clock. Is there time to get the plant down? Easy's gonna go, and not Fox is the last man standing. Defenders are gonna take this round. The spike was not planted in time. And Global Esports, they will find their lead for the first time here in map 1. Even though it's just one round above SAUL, they do get that little bit of dominance, at least for now. But quick look here on the instant replay, a much slower approach here from SAUL. You can say it's a little bit more coordinated here, but as Not Fox was trying to get that spike planted, Easy did go down, so you know it was a bit unfortunate there for SAUL. But Global Esports,
off your feet!
They wanna get that advantage now. Back into the action, we see a very quick rolling thunder coming in from the side of Not Fox. And Kappa, he's gonna spot out Biggs, but Biggs comes out on top. Connecting that headshot, and spike has been planted. Is down to this 4v4 as Skills finds a kill with that grenade.
The push is coming down from the back, and it's going to be SK Rossi with the first one, lightning fast with another, and the bodies are already piling on up from the side of SAUL. 2 versus 4 situation on the map. Rossi going in for those knives. He's not going to be able to hit it. Instead, it's going to be Edit being able to shut him down. And now from the back, and SC, he needs to try and get the skill, but Edit, he's still alive. He's still kicking. He gets another kill for himself, maybe getting another, but Skills with a run and gun is just going to be too quick, and it's going to be too fast. Shutting him down instantly. 7 and 5 on the scoreboard for the side of GE. I like the idea coming out from the side of SAUL on this round in particular. They wanted to go in for a fast rush with that rolling thunder, but not establishing proper mid control. And yes, Ezzy was making that flank down from there, but he should have done it a little bit earlier, because as soon as that rolling thunder came on through, if he immediately made that flank, then he probably could have cut off Hellranger, because he would have expected a flank to come in from the side of mid, go in for that wide swing, kill him out, and then apply pressure from the side of heaven. That not happening in such a fast and coordinated manner really caused a lot of issues to happen for the side of SAUL, because first of all, they were not able to go into full front positioning. Primarily, I do believe that it was Skills being able to get that first initial pickup with his grenade, causing a lot of commotion. And with that amount of pressure and Kappa still being alive, just was an absolute roller coaster for their side. And they did pay the price for it. But now on the 7 and 5 scoreline, a lot of pressure will be going down onto this first round. But Edit, he's ready and he's gunning to hold down his points.
Now this is the second half, and Biggs will draw first blood onto lightning fast, but Skills is a madman. He's gonna find that double on the ghost, as well as a nade kill onto Not Fox. Skills with a tick of health. He's still alive. He still has 3 members as well together with him to hold it down onto site. Spike has been planted, and Strix getting cornered there. Beautiful seismic blast placed in by Kappa, followed by a flash. Now Strix, he's gonna show himself. Not gonna get that kill. Kappa's gonna get it instead, and Easy does finish what Strix started, and Hellranger's gonna wrap that up. Make that 8 points on the scoreboard for Global Esports. This is the second half, and that pistol round was particularly important, especially for SAUL to try and take that and find an even playing field against GE. But the fact that Global Esports has it now, it's going to be a little bit tough when you're looking for a comeback. But, you know, this is still map 1. It is a best of 3, so anything can happen. But here on the instant replay, you do see that Easy picking up that kill of Kappa. Strix did do a little bit of damage there, and Easy taken out by Hellranger. Now back into the action. This is the thing about global esports. Hellranger, Skills, and Kappa, they're playing out of their mind right now. It's almost like every individual player has their time to shine depending on the map and depending on how they're feeling. When you have a team of 5 where you can rely on each and every player, they become a very strong team, and it's going to be difficult to beat them. That is exactly what SAUL is up against. Now, with Easy and Edit feeling their oats, we've got to wait for Binks and Not Fox, as well as Strix, to kind of pick up. And they do have it in them because they are such talented players.
With the mid ball coming on down from the side of GE, I understand what they're expecting to happen, but at the same time, this could be very deadly. We saw what happened when it was SAUL spending way too long trying to think about which side they were going to be going to. But at the same time, look at the minimap. There are no members holding down from the side of A, but the spike is actually going down onto the side of B. This could be a massive hit for their side. Rossi, he's slowly but surely making his way up, but the shorty is right beside it. Strix, he cannot look away, but
30
here
seconds
is going to be
left.
Rossi with that jiggle peek, being able to find out Strix. A little bit sad, because I would have expected that to hit, but Rossi, he's just full sending himself one by one. He's mowing them down like a lawnmower with that Spectre in hand. Skills gonna get another kill. Skills with a double. And now Edit, he's on his lonesome to try and get a kill down on the Skills. Maybe he's gonna be able to find it, but instead it's gonna be Skills with his own Spectre. With those body shots being able to shut him down. 9-5 on the scoreboard, but how about that round? For way too long, but at the same time I understand that because GE, they're respecting SAUL because they understand that, hey, if we make one false move, we could be the ones to lose out on this.
Skills. You know, one thing we don't talk about enough is that Skills is always consistent on split. And I've kind of just come to realize that Skills, when he's in that mid area where the mailroom is, where vents is as well, his placement of that grenade is just absolutely insane. Whether on defense or attack, Skills seems to find split somewhat like his playground. So, you know, it's really great to see him bring that consistency forward. Now with 16 kills, 7 deaths and 2 assists. That's Skills for you, ladies and gentlemen. There's Hellranger with the 13, Kappa with 11, Lightning Fast and SK Rossi with 9 kills each. Now on the other hand, SAUL, we've got Easy with 15, Edit 99 with 13, Binks with 6, Not Fox 5, and Strix with 1. A little bit of a tough time there for Strix, but the pressure is high indeed for SAUL. Now when you look at the defenders this time, SAUL, they are a team where, you know, they have a lot of big personalities. One particular Binks, you know, he is known for his amazing prowess, and now coming together with these 4 other members to come in as SAUL, it is a huge task. Not only do they have to get their synergy up there, they've got to work on their teamwork and their coordination. There's a lot of components into what makes a strong team. Now, Global Esports, they've had the time to train and whatnot. SAUL has a massive task to live up to that and to try and beat that kind of dominance coming out of global esports. But hey, I am looking forward to the progression of SAUL. They are going to be so strong in the near future here. And right now, on Split, I like the way they came into map 1. They came in with so much dominance. They were very aggressive. They had that confidence. You could feel the momentum in them. Now it's starting to lose out a little bit, but with the full buys this time, I hope they make it work.
Need to be careful though, because GE, they're gunning to try and get as many advantages as they possibly can. First initial fall line coming on through, but GE, they're ready, they're full sending themselves. Rossi is full flash, he was just running on in, he actually gets a kill down on the Knock Fox. Skills is gonna be present already, being able to get the trade off for his buddy, but honestly, that was a little bit comical. Full blind and still getting that kill. Absolutely insane, Rossi. This guy is a literal madman. We always say that, and that is so true. Already 4 versus 3 on the map, and the spike is just about to go down. Edit in the prime sword to try and get a kill of his own, but he needs to be careful because he could be biting off a bit more than he can chew. With so much noise being made onto the side of CT, they know exactly where Edit is going to be holding at. But Binks, he's down from the heaven angle, probably going to be able to get that kill down on Lightning Fast. 1 versus first initial head thing, but Izzy, he's still alive, he's still kicking, he needs to check down below him, but instead it's gonna be Big being able to get the first initial pick up. He wants to get that skill on Lightning Fast is already there. He was gonna be opting to go in for his own pick, but Edit from the back and is gonna be able to get one. Biggs with another, and Biggs, he's probably gonna be able to close this one out as well. 1 versus 1 situation on the map already. Hellranger with the first initial TP down on the left side. He needs to be clearing his corners, but Hellranger, what was that wide swing? So beautiful, so clean, and so fast as well. 10 and 5 on the scoreboard. That was an instantaneous headshot as he was moving. The counter straight on point. And it is going to be the side of GE being able to get being the first to get the double digits for this side.
Power Ranger is at his peak. Was down to the 1v1 and he manages to clutch that. That was absolutely crazy. But look at that massacre. So many kills in a matter of seconds. And Hellranger, you know, he did utilize that teleport and peaked Binks. He knew exactly where he was. Double digits on the scoreline. Global Esports 10-5 against SAUL. The defenders, they've got to put their foot down or it's just gonna get worse, and Global Esports would secure this map. Now Strix here with the Sheriff. It is going to be an eco round for the side of SAUL. Strix fires a shot, does get tagged, 86 HP, but that's gonna be lightning fast, just moving it back, not Fox. Trying to get a bit of damage down. Meanwhile, Skills, he's gonna draw the first kill, taking out Easy with a headshot. And Binks letting out that boom bot, does have the nade. 47 HP to work with. SK Rossi gets tagged by the fault line, dropped in from Not Fox. Quick reload, Binks. Keeping watch in A tower. And the plan on the side of Global Esports, we do see the dark cover being let out by Hellranger, blocking out that B tower. He does push out the Paranoia as well, and now another dark cover. He's setting up the B site. SK Rossi taking out that turret. He's gonna find a kill onto Edit 99, going for a quick reload. Spots out Strix. That's gonna be a double for SK Rossi. Hellranger's gonna secure the plant. A rough people round for the side of SAUL, but Not Fox is gonna find Kappa. Nothing personal there, and Binks spots out SK Rossi, 30 HP. Firing away with the Sheriff. Will he connect that headshot? Binks tries again. A couple more shots. He's the last man standing now. And Skills with the nade just gonna toss that in. And Binks finds the kill onto Lightning Fast. Kills. Tossing in that nade. Lightning Fast going for that challenge. He does lose his life. But hey, that's gonna be 11 points for the side of Global Esports and 5 for SAUL.
Binks, he was trying his hardest, but in the long run, whenever you're facing off against two opponents, one throwing a grenade, one of them going for a swing, and the other one that is just toying with your feelings by jiggling you every single time when you have a Sheriff in your hand, yeah, that is gonna be hurtful. Binks, he tried his best, but that round is not gonna be going in his favor. But you do have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, that last round was a save round coming out from the side of SAUL. But now it is 11 and 5 on the scoreboard, and they need to make their stand right here and right now, because if they lose out on this round, it's all but over for them. Ezzy, he's actually gonna be trying to be the smoke criminal, not only to go in for those shots. Everyone's gonna be able to make their push down onto the side of Bayrat. And look at Binks, he pulls out that showstopper, and he's gonna be the first one to get that kill. Ezzy gets another one down on the Skills, but he gets sacked out super low. And this is gonna be very hurtful for the other side, but Ezzy whips out the classic and does a couple of takes of his own to get to take down the first one. Ezzy, instantaneous swing of his own, takes down Kappa. And now Hellranger, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and the hard place is 5 angry members of the side of SAUL.
This is what we want to see from SAUL. They do have the tools to definitely show their dominance here, and this round is an example of that. Now Hellranger is going to be the last man standing. We do see that Binks and Not Fox, they are a little low there, but Hellranger, he's going to spot out Binks, picks up a kill. Feels like Hellranger is the bane of Binks' existence, constantly just taking him out round after round. Now Hellranger going to move towards the A ramps. Not Fox waiting up on the ledge very patiently. Hellranger does spot up the dark cover, and Not Fox will wrap that up. A little bit of revenge for taking out his teammate. 6 points on the board. Now, if SAUL can take that little bit of momentum they gained from that round and kind of run with it, play with that aggression, play with that teamwork, they can definitely try to bring this back. And you know, we all love close games, don't we, Aggressive?
That is for sure. But do you know what we love more than close games? The reverse sweeps and the comebacks. This is what I would expect coming out from the side of SAUL. They have the potential and the caliber of doing it. They just need to take a deep breath and calm down and have the confidence. When it comes down to the confidence levels of a couple of the players from the side of SAUL, it feels a little bit lacking. For example, here it is Binks and Strix not being able to go in for those peaks with a lot of confidence. You can see that Strix, in his movement, he's second-guessing himself, and you cannot do that, especially against a team of GE's caliber. As soon as you make that one small confidential mistake, it's gonna be hurting you a lot. But this time around, it's gonna be Strix being able to get the first initial pick up down onto SK Rossi. Jet versus Jet not working out in their favor, but you have to give it to Notball. That flash was so well timed. Strix on him going for that peek beautifully. Binks gets another kill down on his own onto the side of Lightning Facts. And Strix, he needs to get a kill. He's gonna be able to find it. Strix not gonna be able to find a second though. It's gonna be Skills instead being able to shut him down. Skills, he needs to try and get this kill. Knows exactly where it is. He's gonna be at the game sense is gonna be supreme, ladies and gentlemen. One by one, he throws out the satchel. He's looking for it. He's gonna be able to find Notbox as well. But Eddie's still alive. He's still kicking down on that B side, shutting down not one but two instantaneously. 11-7 on the scoreboard, and this is what you call the side of SAUL, ladies and gentlemen. Comeback season is in session, and SAUL, they could be taking it down to an 11-11 if they win their cards first.
Edit 99 coming in to just save the day. What a way to end that round of 7 points for SAUL. And you can see the faces of members from the side of the defense. They look stressed out, they look pressured, but hey, it is all about the fun here. Now, SAUL, will they bring this over? Meanwhile, on the side of Global Esports, 2 members working with a little bit of light armor. SK Rossi with a classic pistol. He's going to rely on that Blade Storm. And it seems like Bates and Easy are victims to the daggers right there. And Kappa now on site, he is going to go for that flash and screens. The rotations coming in from the remaining members on the side of defense. Edit 99, trailing behind Not Fox. We do see the flash come out. The spike has been planted. It's a 3v5 situation. Strix not able to pick up the kill there. Firing away with the Sheriff, and Not Fox will fight it instead. The Rolling Thunder coming out from Kappa. Strix letting out the Cloudburst, trying to get away. Keep yourself safe. And Strix going in for the reload. But Kappa and Lightning Fast, they mow them down. That rush, they didn't want SAUL to go nowhere, and that is match point secured for Global Esports.
That was a little bit depressing. Honestly speaking, that was very depressing. Imagine a situation like this happening to you in a match. Not only are you gonna get pushed from screens, you put down a smoke, there's a rolling thunder on you, there's a nano swarm on you, there's a grenade in your face, and to add to that, 4 members are just holding the W key and mouse swat and just rushing towards you. There's nothing more depressing than that. And a little bit of an anime battle coming out from the side of Strix and Rossi. But honestly, that was just a Rossi's show. With just one flash coming out from the side of Kappa, Rossi was not just able to get 1 but 2 simultaneous kills and just shutting down any sort of a hold that they could have over on this A side. They are already exploiting the weaknesses coming out beautifully. But look at Lightning Fast, he's actually going to be opting to go in for a fake, use his ultimate to see if he can get a couple of the rotations coming out from the side of SAUL, but they're not buying it. They're holding down their positions, and they know that the A side is their weakest side, and they're playing the cards beautifully for it.
Not Fox in B tower duty, but SK Rossi getting tagged out by that grenade, and the fault line comes in. SK Rossi, he's got nowhere to run, but he is safe now. Skills, meanwhile, he's going to find the first kill onto Not Fox. Very nice headshot using that Phantom. Easy contemplating if he wants to use his ult, and he does. From the shadows, he will emerge. Now Hellraiser is going to secure the fire on the B side. Easy setting out those dark covers as SAUL are going in for the retake. Strix making his way through mid, but SK Rossi's going to spot him out. Manages to miss Strix there, and we do see the lockdown deployed from the side of Edit 99. Now Strix, he is gonna meet up with his teammates on site. He does get flashed. He's gotta watch out for SK Rossi with the wrap around Lightning Fast and Hellraiser. They're gonna pick up some kills. 2 members left, and it doesn't look good for the side of SAUL. It is going to be a wrap as Global Esports. They came in for the retake on the B side. It was successful. 13-7. Global Esports, they're going to take map number 1.
Such a dominant show coming out from the side of Global. They understood that, hey, if you take a deep breath and we understand the pockets of control that we can already establish going up against the side of SAUL, they were not only playing the massive mind games, they also got into the heads of SAUL as well. Primarily because, hey, in that previous round, it was the side of GE opting to go in for that lockdown onto the side of B. And with that lockdown, they did not go in for a push onto the side of A. They kept them guessing that, hey, maybe they're using that lockdown as a fake. Maybe they want to push themselves onto the side of A instead. And with this rotation play coming in mind, They just immediately went through from the side of mid, took heavy mid control, and then forced the issue down from the side of B main with the ultimate coming out from the side of Hellranger. Beautifully done, but honestly speaking, this was just one particular round, but we have a lot more to break down for you all.
All right, let's move into the LG Ultragear match highlights and talk a little bit more about what went down in map number 1 here in this best of 3. Remember, guys, this is the upper bracket. The losing team after this set will move over to the lower bracket. So this is not the last time that you get to see your favorite team. Now, I'm going to talk about SAUL. I felt that they had very good aggression. And when you're talking about mechanical skill, SAUL can definitely go head to head with Global Esports in terms of aim duels, gun duels. I think what was probably lacking a little bit was the teamwork and the plans and strategy, but that does come over time. And it would be good if SAUL could go back to the drawing board and kind of figure out what is going to be their plan for the next map and kind of stick with it. They also have to keep in mind that they need to watch what their opponents are doing and adapt on the spot. And, you know, SAUL, I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to pull out from this point on, because we do see the potential there. And as for Global Esports, very typical fashion, very disciplined, very coordinated. They know exactly what they're doing. What are your thoughts, Aggressive?
When you consider what happened in this particular map, I do believe that SAUL, once again, it is going to be coming on down to their predictability. And initially, they were very unpredictable. The side of GE, they were not expecting such heavy rushes and these type of rotation plays, these type of fakes to come out for them. But as soon as they understood that, hey, they're playing for the fakes, they have a systematic pattern in the way they want to do this. Like the way the pattern was that they normally went down for a rush twice, and then they opted to go in for a rotation play whenever those ultimates were up. But if they had a showstopper and a killjoy ult, they wanted to go in a lot more aggressively. And with these type of playstyles in mind, and the way that GE were able to keep the ultimates in track of the side of SAUL, they were able to just read into their strategies and constantly adapt to it. This is the potency of GE as a team. And SAUL, they need to understand this and constantly change up their strategies. Otherwise, I will say that SATUL, they'll have a really rough time on map number 2, because going up against such a high caliber team, it's going to be very difficult. But if anyone can do it, it can be the side of SATUL, because they are so explosive when it comes to their raw mechanical potential. And if Strix is able to step up heavily in map number 2, they could easily take this down to a map number 3.
Indeed, it's really exciting between both these teams. They're very flashy, and congratulations once again to Global Esports for securing map number 1. Now, before we go into a break to prepare for map number 2, I have a few messages for you guys. If you want to play like the pros with a 144Hz 1MS gaming monitor, you can check out LG Ultragear. And if you want to upgrade your gaming gear with the latest esports offerings, we've got HyperX for you. Links are in the description. You know the drill. Treat yourself because you're worth it. If you're enjoying the action, remember to like and subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notifications whenever we are live. So grab a snack, grab a drink, and we'll be back very shortly with map number 2 in this best of 3 between SAUL and Global Esports. Stay tuned. Hey guys, and welcome back to the LG Ultragear TEC Invitational Season 3, powered by HyperX, and we have Booyah as our broadcast partner. We're back with map number 2, all prepared and set, and it is going to be between Global Esports and S8UL. So let's head into the map veto screen and talk a little bit more about what we can expect. So for map number 1, it did end up with a scoreline of 13-7 in favor of Global Esports. They've secured that. So if anything, map number 2 is what S8UL will be gunning for. And it is going to be on Icebox. What are your thoughts, Aggressive?
Icebox and S8UL. That doesn't sound like the best of combinations because knowing the track record of GE on this particular map, they have an unbeaten record, almost, because they did lose out to the side of Team Mahi in our previous invitation on this one particular map. So I don't know exactly what to expect coming out from both of these teams. Like, this will be such a massive question mark for me because S8UL, they have the potency, they have the mechanical skill and caliber, but Icebox as a map, it's a very team-based map. If you cannot coordinate together as a team perfectly, you're going to suffer heavily for it. And now that's going to be a massive problem for their side because you do have to remember that, hey, S8UL, they had a pretty rough start when it came down to the map of split. And now on Icebox, where it is GE's home ground, they need to pull out all the stops and they need to be unpredictable. They cannot be predictable at all in the way that they're attacking on the map of Icebox because GE, they don't only know the strats, they know how to adapt as well on this particular map. And S8UL, I do believe they have the strats, but they need to have the adaptability as well.
Indeed, and now here we see starting out on the defensive side, it is going to be S8UL, and on the attacking side, Global Esports. So this is going to be a do-or-die situation here for S8UL to try and secure this one if they want to stay in this best of 3. You know, moving into the lower bracket does remove that one chance you have, that last chance. So, you know, hanging on to that is going to be very near and dear to both these teams. Hence why the competition is heavy. Now in the first half, we're going to kick it off with the pistol round. We do see some sheriffs and ghosts. And this is going to be the attack for Global Esports on the A side. But Binks! With the boom bot, he's going to find a double kill. Binks! He's back at it again. SK Rossi takes him out. But hey, that was a brilliant double kill, putting his team with the advantage. Now SK Rossi going for this challenge here. A very sneaky position, looking into kitchen. But not Fox. He is going to play it safe. Take cover behind those walls. Now, Global Esports with the man disadvantage. We do see that Hellranger is extremely low. Easy here to pick up a headshot onto Kappa. It's down to this 2v4. SK Rossi, he's going to come out on top. 43 HP. It's a 3v2 now. Global Esports, they are not in the greatest position, but they're doing their best to hold it down here.
I'll try to do so, but this could be all over for them, and Rossi's not going to be able to get this kill. He's actually going to be able to find it. Both of them are extremely low when it comes to their health. 24 and 43 to work with. The paranoia is going to be going on through. Rossi, he wants to try and go in for the shot, but he needs to be careful. He needs to try and find it. He's actually going to be able to get it. And this double peek just could work out of their favor. Both of them run out of bullets. There's not really enough time. The halfway defuse has already gone through. But Hellranger, he has the game sense. He knows for a fact the halfway defuse is already done as he tries to stick it, but he's not going to be able to find it. 24 and 43. Collectively, they only had 67 HP to work with, and that is just not gonna be something that you'd expect a clutch to be at, honestly speaking, on down to the 2 versus 4.
Oh my goodness, Aggressive coming in with the quick maths.
Oh, no,
But here on the instant replay, Hellranger coming in at the perfect time. Easy. He was so close, but oh, Hellranger there. Now, the first point over to Global Esports, they're bringing over that lead. We do see the Vandal on Hellranger. And an eco round for the side of S8UL. 3 defenders closer to the A site. We do see that Not Fox has been left onto B side duty with that classic. But GE, they're not going to underestimate S8UL. That first round was in no means a stomping. it was very close. And on Icebox, SAUL, they can really show us what they're made of. Is this map going to be considered one of their playgrounds? Or is it a map where they have yet to kind of conquer and figure out? Icebox is just so tough with so many different levels to play with. You got to watch so many angles as well. Now the dark cover's coming out. Global Esports, they've chosen the B side. Skills has secured the plant. Not Fox, the first to show himself, but he is going to play this one slow. In comes the barrier, but SK Rossi with the ghost. 2 headshots, make that another 2 from Hellranger. Flawless round, a great way to bring over the lead, not losing a single member from your side.
That was very quick. It just started and Rossi's like tap, 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 tap. 2 guys are down. Oh, Hellranger is like, oh wait, let me join into the musical show. Tap, tap. That's all that they needed. Beautiful showing of mechanical skill coming out from all of them, but at the same time, that eco round could have been a little bit better, but at the same time, it is an eco round on the map of Icebox. On Icebox, eco rounds have a tendency of never working out at all unless the opponent teams are opting to go in for a push down on the A side. And GE understanding that, hey, it is an eco round, they're probably playing shotgun, so let's make our push down onto the side of B, where we have the long range advantage with our own weapons. And they were able to come out on top, they got the spike plant down, and those moments of hesitation coming out from the side of Notbox really did cause them, because normally whenever there is an eco round push coming out from the side of the enemies down onto the side of B, you as the defender, you need to go in for the push and try and deny the spike plant. If you are able to deny the spike plant, if you're able to get that 1 kill, you get that tiny little bit of time and room for your team to go in for a couple of their own pushes moving on forward, allowing you to go in for that type of play. But now Strix, he's being aggressive, and this could work out in his favor, or this could go horribly.
Now Strix, he's gonna spot out Skills, but he misses the first few shots. Skills knows exactly where he is. SK Rossi comes right around the corner, takes him out. SK Rossi with the operator, they've got to watch out for him. He is going to be a monster just taking off heads. Now SAUL on the side of defense, they're gonna station Binks as well as Edit 99 to keep watch. Binks does get spotted out with the Owl drone, and now Edit 99 dishing out the recon bolt of his own, trying to get a bit of info. In comes the Nano Swarm, but Edit 99, he's safe in that corner. The defenders, they've got to rotate. They are a man down, and if they don't do it now, it's gonna be over for the side of SAUL. Hellranger taking out Binks. Edit 99 falls as well. Hellranger's just on a rampage. He's gonna get 2 double kills as he sets foot onto the A side as well as secure that plant. Not Fox. Left alone with Easy. Gonna pop that heal. Back to 100 HP, no armor to work with. So relatively fine, but it does seem like SAUL are gonna make that executive decision to go for the save.
It's going to be a really good save run coming out from them as well. Not only are they going to be able to save those 2 guns, but spreading these 2 guns out to the 2 different sidelines allow them to take a lot more of these long-range duels and probably try and get that 1-tap down onto the side of Rossi as well to try and shut him down. But Notbox, he needs to be careful because the positioning is just prime. He does get the first initial kill, but he also going for that repeat, getting paid heavily for it. Hellranger does not miss those shots, ladies and gentlemen, and he's going to be able to send a bullet straight through the dome of Notbox to take him out. And now down on the 0 and 3 SE, he's gonna be able to save that gun. But 1 gun on the map of Icebox really won't save you that much, because your team needs to have all the firepower in the world to try and stop any sort of an aggressive push that could be coming down from the side of GE. And this is primarily due to the fact that Icebox is a very attacker-sided map in comparison to the side of defense. And when you are up against the side of GE, it's just so much more so.
3 rounds in the lead. Global Esports, they were kind of seen as the pioneers of Icebox, because when this map came out, they were that one team that dominated everybody on Icebox. And, you know, there was the exception of Godlike Esports that kind of, you know, showed Global Esports, you know, they kind of met their match. SAUL, the stage is set for them to do exactly just that on this particular map. It is going to be very difficult to kind of stop this attacking force on the side of Global Esports. They're very well coordinated. They know the spots. Kappa with his recon bolt, they can get into places and he can get that information before you even expect it. Now, Edit 99, he's going to be on site and eco round for the side of SAUL, firing a few shots, warning their enemies that they are present. But Global Esports, they don't seem to be phased. Out comes the Paranoia, attacks 2 members on the side of SAUL. 40 seconds left on the clock. And we do see that Hellranger has the spike on him. Edit 99, waiting for that slow to kind of disappear.
30
And now
seconds
the
left.
shots have been fired. Skills will find the first kill onto Strix. It's a 4 versus 5 now. 25 seconds
Bink.
left on the clock. Binks, 20 HP. And from the shadows, Hellranger, he will emerge onto the B side. Global Esports with the big macro plays here. Kappa taking out easy. It's down to a 3v4. The spike has been safely planted. Now the timer is against the defense, not the attack.
Enemy kill.
SK Rossi, in the words that he describes himself, he doesn't miss. And that is going to be another takeout. It's 2v4.
Down on this 2 versus 4. Not Fox. He tried to pick up that gun, but he paid the price for it. Rossi, he's still lurking on down on that back end, and he is gunning for a couple of these kills. Maybe he's gonna be able to find it. Rossi does miss that first initial shot, just as you said it. Now, both the caster's curse is so real. He's not gonna be able to find one, but Kappa's gonna be there on that someone to shut down too. But at the same time, caster's curse is always real. Just as you say it, the opposite happens. And down on the 0 and 4 scoreline, it is going to be the side of GE. They're going to be super happy as well. Not only were they able to get 4 consecutive rounds, they're going to be able to stabilize themselves heavily. But on this round in particular, Rossi, he's actually not opting to go in for his operator. Instead, he wants to go in for a fast rush of his own with his teammates. But at the same time, Apo, I'm going to give you this question. Do you like the composition that the side of GE are using? Or do you think that maybe if they had a flash, it could have been a little bit more different?
At this point, you know, when you look at the way that Global Esports are going in for the attack, they utilize Kappa there on that Sova. And SK Rossi, he has that kind of aggression where he just peeks. He finds a kill, but Easy is going to return one. Now followed up by Skills and Lightning Fast, just relying on sheer aim. Strix, he's got the operator. He's firing his shots. Global Esports with the man advantage. Now this is going to be Edit 99 with a possible attempt to wrap around. But the spike has been planted, and it's down to these 2 defenders to try and make it work. The resurrection popped by Skills. It's just one unfortunate event after the other for the side of SAUL. Now, as our drone has been deployed by Edit 99, 4 attackers defending the spike with their lives. SK Rossi on that operator, he's just firing away. He is determined to try and stop Strix, but Strix was not having any of it. And that is going to be a pickup for Strix there on that operator, backing away, letting this one go over to the side of Global Esports. They don't think they stand a chance. It's going to be 5 points on the board for the side of Global Esports. And SAUL, they have yet to find a round to call their own. But, you know, back to that question that you did ask me, Aggressive. When I look at Global Esports composition, it seems like they utilize Kappa on that Sova for that info, but then SK Rossi and Lightning Fast, they have so much confidence in their aim and their game sense. They kind of just make their way into the defender's territory, and they just take off the hits. Now, if SAUL can identify that and stop them from doing that, it's going to be a little bit more difficult on the side of attack for Global Esports.
For sure, but I do believe that turret actually spotted out Strix when he was holding down from the top end. He's not going to be able to get much value. Probably going to be able to get that kill. He's not going to be able to though. Rossi with such a beautiful shot of his own. Does hit a leg shot though, but that's a good chunk of damage down on an operator play. So a couple of bullets are gonna be what it's needed to try and take him out. But at the same time, Rossi, he's only at 30 HP, but he doesn't give a damn. Let's be fragging with an operator. That's the Rossi that we know, ladies and gentlemen. Getting a double kill. Kappa does get another lightning fast chiming on in onto the side of Enid, shutting him down. Rossi, such a dangerous force. This man, one by one, just killing every single one of them. And it's already down to a 4 versus 1. And Ezzy, he once again is stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Indeed, and that's the power of Global Esports. SK Rossi entry fragging with an operator playing in that close range. He has the guts to do that, and it has definitely paid off well in this round. Easy last man standing. He could look for a couple of exit frags, but he's gonna play quiet, and he is gonna spot out Hellranger, who was firing an operator, not sure why, but that's gonna be one pickup. And it does seem like Kappa is chasing easy, and he's gonna turn around, picks up the kill, but pulling out an ability, not at the best time. Lightning Fast is gonna wrap that up. 6 rounds strong is gonna be Global Esports, a very dominant entrance.
This is what I said before when it came down to this map. I do believe that SAUL as a team, they're gonna have a pretty rough time. They don't have the best track record on this particular map, and if any team wants to play this map, they need to have a lot of practice on it. And GE, as you just stated before we even got into the map itself, that they have so much practice. They know exactly what they need to do on this particular map. And this is why it's one of their strongest maps, because a lot of the other teams have not practiced this map as much. Yes, as in overtime, a lot of the other teams have that same level of potency, but it has not reached to the levels as GE just yet. And SAUL, they are feeling the wrath of that singular potential. Look at Strix, he could be the one to get that kill, but he gets tagged in the head by Kappa. Beautiful ding, but it's not going to be enough to get that kill. And that's going to be hurting because one operator already down. Biggs does get a kill. Beautiful kill as well. Come from the side of the seller's angle, and he does get another one onto the side of Lightning Fast. The ultimate have been brought from the side of Scales, but one by one, the bodies are going to be dropping on down. Skills, he's alive. He's kicking. Rossi on the back end is going to be able to shut down multiple of his own. Skills on that save, the battle saves that we know and love, ladies and gentlemen. Biggs, he's gonna try and touch it out, but Rossi, he needs to be careful, otherwise it could be dangerous for him, because the wall has been broken and Biggs not opting to go in for that defuse just yet. He wants to tap that spy, but Rossi, he's ready for it, opts to go in for that swing, instant readjustment to that head, and double dings to go. Biggs getting dinged, and now we are down to a 0-7 scoreline, and a very rough showing from the side of SAUL.
That kill was a little bit too quick for comfort where he spotted out Binks there. Just, as you mentioned, adjusting his crosshair, just taking him out with a headshot. That was insane coming out of SK Rossi. But this is GE just showing us why they have been raining on this map. But you have to say, that last round was a little bit closer. It seems like SAUL, they're getting a step closer into figuring out how to break the attack. Now Kappa here with the Owl drone, scouting out the A site. A quick rotation from the side of defense. They're gonna be prepared this time. Not gonna wait it out, and here comes the Hunter's Fury from the side of Edit, and he does pick up a kill on the Lightning Fast. Through the crack, and finds a double! Not gonna be a triple because Edit 99 is a beast on that Sheriff. He does pick up that kill. Now Kappa is gonna be the next in line. It's a 3v3. SAUL doing their level best to hold it down, and this might just be a chance. Mind you, it is a little bit of an eco round for the side of SAUL. Not off with the Phantom. He's gonna take out Skills, and now it's a 3v2. Edit, a little cheeky, tosses out the shock dart, and out with the Sheriff. Make that a triple kill. Hellraiser with the return, and Easy is gonna wrap that up. And in typical Biggs fashion, we're gonna call this one a thirsty round, when in fact it is a thrifty round.
Absolutely beautiful run coming down from the side of SAUL. Not only were they able to go up against the aggression that was coming down from the side of GE, they were able to understand that, hey, Rossi's constantly making these type of pushes. Why don't we try and go in for an optimal sword to stop him out and then shut him down from there? A little bit of miscommunication coming out from the side of Lightning Fast, opting to throw in that sword, or slowing down Rossi, and in that situation, Edit was able to capitalize on that one small mistake and then shut him down. And immediately, you have to give it to Edit. His movement is just so clean, just dodging out every single shot that he can coming on out from his end, throwing out that shot dart and getting that immediate kill down on the side of Lightning Fast. Just made sure that, hey, it's all but over for the side of the attackers. They cannot opt to go in for that heat. They cannot opt to go in for that fight, and they're going to pay the price for it. But now, with GE throwing down the lockdown, it's not going to get destroyed. That's the potency of the lockdown itself. Unless you hit that grenade directly on top of it, it doesn't break. And with the side control already being established for their end, they're going to be opting to make that push. And the spike is just about to go down.
Lightning Fast here with a very aggressive stance. There's still all 10 players left alive. And this is going to be SK Rossi coming in now with the operator. We do see on the other side, SAUL, they're all going to be challenging Global Esports with rifles. And Binks here, he is tagged by the Nano Swarm. He's gotta remove himself. 15 HP. In comes SK Rossi with all abilities available. And now the Hunter's Fury this time from the side of Kappa. Not Fox, Skills, picking up a double. And the last man standing is gonna be Strix. And he's gonna be taken out. Make that 8 points for the side of Global Esports.
Just started as soon as the lockdown was placed and it was already over, Apple. That's how quick the execution is coming out from the side of GE. Just looking at the instant replay, you can see how dangerous these holds are. Rossi does get the first to pick out. Ezzy's gonna be able to shut him down. Not Fox with another, but it's still the side of GE being able to come out on top when it comes to their trades, and this is primarily because of their post-plan positioning. Does it, like, the thing that I love about the side of GE is that 2 players are constantly playing it aggressively when it comes down to their post-plans, and the other 3 players are playing it defensively. If these 2 aggressive players just get 1 kill, that's all that they need to get that done for their side. That's all that they need to force them down on their own accord. And side of SATUL, they're just not able to crack the code against the side of Global. They just need to be a lot more aggressive. They need to try and establish map control. They need to opt to go in for those flanks. And whenever it comes down to the retakes, they need to start coordinating more together as an individual unit instead of trying to go in for those individual 1 versus 1 gunfights. Like, it's just not as present as you would expect coming out from them. SATUL as a team would expect a lot more, and now down on this eco round already, so many ecos for their side. And Strix getting spotted out by that recon ball. This basically means that, hey, the entirety of SAUL, they're stacking down onto the side of A, and we need to make a rotation onto the side of B. Oh my god, lightning fast.
And it's really odd that SAUL, that 1 point that they did get, it was from a thrifty round. Now, Global Esports, they're not happy about that whatsoever. The spike has been planted on the B side, and Binks is the last man standing. Another eco round for the side of SAUL. Binks here. He's got to rely on those 1-taps. Could potentially meet up with Kappa, but he's got to watch his back. And Kappa is going to be wrapping around very slowly behind him. Binks, just 1 step at a time. So this round is definitely going to go over to the side of Global Esports. SK Rossi, he was watching, and that will be a flawless round indeed for the side of GE. Now we're gonna move into the last couple of rounds here in the first half. It would be ideal if SAUL, for the fact that the previous round was an eco, if they can get their buys and try to make these last 2 rounds, you know, secure them. So it would be an easier time for them to look for a comeback in the second half.
Ready.
This is such a big problem coming out from the side of SATUL. They're just not able to get these rounds, and it's just so crucial. Yes, I understand that, hey, it is an attacker-sided map, but you can't always rely on winning every single one of your rounds. And if you're able to take it down to a 9-3, you do have that chance to come in for a comeback. But at the same time, it puts so much pressure down on your pistol round, because if you're not able to win on your pistol, it would be all but over for you, Rossi and Binks. Now, on this round in particular, they are trying to go in for a fight against one another, not getting any form of info, but still being able to hold strong. Rossi switches out to that operator with Kappa, giving him that Vandal, but look at Ezzy. He's positioning his prime. Maybe he's going to be able to get that kill. Does get swatted out by the Owl drone, and he needs to back off. Smokes are going to be coming out as well. Trying to get some form of information. Ezzy getting tagged by the second one. He's not having a good day. They know his position exactly, and they know for a fact that, hey, no one's holding down onto the side of B other than Ezzy. And I do believe that GE, they're gunning down for this B side.
All members are still left alive. SK Rossi, he was waiting for the right opportunity. And this is the thing about Global Esports. They have that discipline. And now with 25 seconds left on the clock, we do see Hellraiser setting out those dark covers. And in comes the cavalry onto the B site. We do see skills on that Sage. He is leading the charge. He has the spike. He's going to go for the plant. Now Strix going in for the challenge against SK Rossi. And Binks his life, but he misses skills by a head. The dark cover disappears, and Hell just going to fire double. Strix with the return kill, looking for his next victim. It's still, however, a 2v4. SK Rossi's going to go for the wraparound, so keep in mind that he's looking for some sneaky kills. And there it is. He finds it on Strix. And at 9-9, left alone, he's cornered. He's going to be caught from multiple different angles. Has a shock dart to play with, but this is not the situation you want to be Edit 99 hunted down by Global Esports, and that is going to be double digits for the
Last
side of
round
GE.
before the switch.
Honestly speaking, that was a little bit of a comical moment. Hellraiser was surprised as well. Vix was even more surprised. I'm pretty sure that Vix is like, oh god, Hellraiser. Hellraiser's like, oh, hello there. He was so surprised that I do believe that he just immediately flipped his mouse up and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna get an easy kill here. Ming's getting caught off guard completely. The spray was there, but the positioning was not. And he is going to be paying the price for it as well. Now 1-10 on the scoreboard. Such a dominant showing from the side of GE. This is going to be hurting them quite a lot. But look at the positioning from all the members of the side of SAQL. They could just take this round away if they play their cards right. So much information being given away. Strixie needs to try and get the skill down on Rossi, but he's not opting to go in for that peak. He's playing it slow, he's playing it systematically, but at the same time, look at Biggs. Biggs has that cheeky angle. He could just get this kill. If Rossi opts to go in for a massive white swing of his own, he's not going to be able to find it, though. Instead, it's going to be Skills being able to get the first initial pick off. Lightning Fans off to go in for the top end. And Biggs, he does back on away at the wrong time, but still he's going to be able to shut down Rossi. He wants to shut down some more, but Lightning Fast, he has his phone number, and he forces him back immediately. And now with the spike going on down and the man advantage going already towards the side of GE, ladies and gentlemen, this could be all but over for the side of SAUL with Skills getting another kill of his own. And with the others hunting down for some more. Lightning Fast, he does get one. Biggs gets swatted out by the Owl Throne. They're gunning for him, they're hunted for him. Hellraiser here with a wide swing, shutting down one. Resurrection coming on through as well to end off in style. That's going to be 1-11 on the scoreboard for the side of GE, ladies and gentlemen. And a very tough showing for the side of SAQL.
Now that is going to mark the end of the first half. Scoreline 11-1. Global Esports 10-round domination over SAUL. And you have to say that that is very impressive from the side of GE. SAUL losing a little bit of momentum there. That last round was a bit haphazard. Very unfortunate for the side of defense. But now SAUL, they will move over to the side of attack and Global Esports on the side of defense. Now there was always the argument on Icebox. Is it attack favored or defense favored? And we felt it was a little similar to Haven, where it is definitely more attack favored if you understand how to set the pace and control the defenders. That this map in particular will allow you to thrive on the attacking side. And as for defense, you've got to be very coordinated. You've got to have a little bit of anticipation, sometimes a stroke of luck. And, you know, let's see if Global Esports will have any of those positive things happen to them here. And what is SAUL going to pull out? Here is the attack onto the A side, a very quick plan, and Not Fox is going to secure that.
Able to find that plan basically means that, hey, it's a 5 versus 5 situation, and they have all of the information in the world to take a lot of these fights. Strix, he does take a little bit of chip damage, so he needs to back off and get his own heal from the back end of that stage. But now, it's a 5 versus 5 retake, and this could be very good for the side of GE, or this could be very bad, because look at all the positioning, but Rossi, he doesn't care about the positioning whatsoever. He just cares about his shot. The wall is still present as well, and this defuse is going to be going on down soon enough. Andy on the back end is going to be making that push. It's going to be taken down by Hellraiser. Not Fox with another one. Skills going to be able to trade that out, but
One enemy remains.
Skills with that wall. He's able to block off any sort of a rotation angle. He's able to stop out everything. And with that smoke as well, they cannot even shoot down from the heaven side. Like, they cannot shoot down in front of it. No way to spam that smoke. And Kappa, he just pressed his 4 button and he just held it so tight that he's never gonna let go of it.
There's a little detail that I have noticed, and I don't know if it is, you know, intentional, but it's a pattern coming out from the side of Global Esports. When they are on the defense and they want to go for a cheeky defuse, it seems that that is Kappa's job. Now, what has struck me as very unique about Global Esports is that it's very clear that each player has a job to do, and Kappa is always going to remain in that back position when it comes to defusing the spike, when it comes to staying in the back, tossing out those recon bolts and owl drones for information. I like this structure coming out from the side of Global Esports. If teams can identify that that might just be the key to elevate their teamwork and coordination, it might just work out for them. But that's going to be SK Rossi with the Bulldog picking up the first kill. The spike has been planted very quick and easy there by SAUL. Now they're hanging by a thread. They need an 11-round consecutive win to bring it over to overtime. But SK Rossi with the Bulldog finds his second victim. Now looking for the third. There is a massacre across the board and the last man standing. Strix,
Oh
he's
my
trying
God.
to survive, but SK Rossi's gonna end this off with a beautiful 4K. And that, ladies and gentlemen, to wrap up map number 2, Global
Defenders
Esports,
win.
they're gonna take this win. 13-1.
That was an absolutely beautiful showing coming out from the side of Global. And in the long run, I do believe that this was just a map difference coming out from them. SADUL as a team, they're extremely good, but on the map of Icebox, they did not feel comfortable whatsoever when we were looking down at their strategies and their post-map positioning was just not there. And it was the side of GE being able to take that map advantage away, and they had all the confidence in the world. And after what happened in map number 1, that level of confidence carried over in map number 2, and that really hurt the side of SADUL. They were not able to adapt as we would have expected to come out from them as they did in map number 1.
All right, let's head over into the LG Ultragear match highlights and talk a little bit more about what went down between Global Esports and SAUL. Now, this is a best of 3 in the second stage of the tournament, and the losing team, in this case SAUL, they will be shifted over to the lower bracket, so this is not the last time you see them. Now SAUL, we see the potential, we see the ideas. I do believe this second map was picked by Global Esports. We could see that, you know, they might have not been as prepared as GE for Icebox. But hey, you know, we know the strength that SAUL does have, and Easy, not Fox, both of them were very consistent in map 1 and map 2 with fragging as much as they can. I do hope that they keep that up. A little bit of a bad day for Strix, but you know, SAUL, they just got to go back to the drawing board, analyze what went wrong, and kind of polish up on that. What I do like about SAUL is that they can be very unpredictable. And if they choose the right times to be unpredictable, they can definitely catch a lot of opponents off guard and find leverage off of that. Now for Global Esports, very good performance overall. They have been bringing it time and time again. They don't fail to impress. And this time SK Rossi, he has a 501 average combat score. SK Rossi has a 501 average combat score. I mean, Icebox is his place to thrive, but I didn't think he was going to thrive that much. 26 kills, 8 deaths, and 2 assists. That is just nuts to me. Hellranger played exceptionally well. Hellranger has been on his top form, at least here in the month of March. So it's really good to see that GE has really found that spot where they're comfortable. They can't stay there for too long because they got to keep challenging themselves. And I think that is what makes it so exciting to watch Global Esports, is to see if they're going to keep themselves up on top. And right now, we do see that they have definitely elevated themselves. What are your afterthoughts here, Aggressive?
For this one particular matchup, like, let's just talk about this as a bad map for the side of SAUL. But at the same time, you cannot always rely on the fact that, hey, maybe we're not going to be playing this map. Maybe we don't need to practice it. And this really is not going to be working out in your favor whatsoever. Because GE, they have practiced every single map. They have this map as their crutch because they understand that, hey, other teams dislike this map in particular, so they do not want to play this out. So here is where the real problem is about to rise, because SAUL as a team, they are really good, but they always need to keep their map pool massive as possible. If they're good in the side of Split, that doesn't mean that you can allow to be good in the side of Icebox, because if you are taken to Icebox and if that is where you need to make your last stand, what are you going to do then? I'm not going to be talking about what happened in map number 1, because it was the side of the adaptability coming out from the side of GE that they were able to come out on top. But on map number 2, it just was not as present from the side of SADUL. I expected a lot more strategies, a couple of more different types of play styles. Disregarding the mechanical skill, it was just not as present. And hopefully they understand this. They work on their Icebox strategies and come back even stronger from the lower brackets for that revenge story. Because honestly speaking, a lot of the teams down in the lower brackets, Icebox is their playground as well. And SAUL, they need to be careful about that.
All right. And, you know, SAUL, the one point that they did get in map 2 was a thrifty round. So, SAUL, they can be very exciting to watch, and I think that is why we love them. So, unfortunately, SAUL, they will be pushed out into the lower bracket, but it's not the last time you see them. They can come back guns blazing and take the competition from there, climb their way back to the top. On the other hand, congratulations to Global Esports for winning this best of 3. Well deserved. And this, unfortunately, brings us to the end of the first half here today. We will have the second half later in a few hours, so remember to like and subscribe, hit that bell icon so you get notifications when we go live. Remember, if you want to play like the pros with a 144Hz 1MS gaming monitor, we have LG Ultragear for you guys to check out and upgrade your gaming gear with the latest esports offerings from offers and deals from HyperX. Now, links are in the description. Check that out. It's going to be really cool to treat yourself. Without further ado, we're going to end this stream off. My name is Apollonia. I was your host and caster. And joining me, thank you for being such a gem, aggressive caster and analyst. You also know him as the Rap God. Until then, we hope to see you guys in the second half. So take care and happy gaming. Stay tuned.